Top of the day to you. You are welcome to this edition of our robust program, Retirement Clues. I remain the promoter of this program, Mr. Chusudo Okonta. Today, we will continue on our discussions on how to actually help you prepare for the future, for you to have a robust time in retirement. The topic we are going to discuss today says why your employer wouldn't educate you on retirement. That is what we want to discuss. Why your employer wouldn't educate you on retirement. Why your employer will not educate you on retirement. That is what we want to discuss today. But before we go into the discussions fully, let's just serve you with some update within the retirement space. We got to know from the National Pension Commission that in a bid to actually strengthen the branch networks of pension fund administrators, PENCOM has given them a mandate on what they should do. And they've told them that in any state or any location where they have up to 10,000 RSC holders, they should open an office there to service them and other things that they need to do, because some retirees have been complaining that maybe they spend a whole day when they are trying to get services from their PFs, and PENCOM has actually taken this initiative to make sure that the retirees are taken care of. Another good thing I saw in the circular is that they mandated the PFAs that if they are using maybe a story, that they are using building that is high rise, that their office should not be more than on the first floor, because the people they are attending to, they are elderly, and it will not be proper that maybe you have a high rise that has no elevator, no lift, and you go and put your office at the third floor. Before the retirees will even get to you, they are tired. So unless you have elevator in a building, if there is no elevator in that building, the PFA should not take any office space that is above the first floor. All these are measures that the regulator is actually taking to make sure that the retirees and even the workers, RSC holders, they enjoy good services from their PFAs. And then the second thing I want to let you know is about our program. The Insurance and Pension Editors of Nigeria will be having our insurance and pension roundtable on Thursday this week. I'm using this opportunity to invite you to that program. What we are going to look at is just centered on consumer satisfaction or consumer satisfaction. People that are consuming insurance product, are they satisfied? How can insurance people, provide them the necessary satisfaction? The people that are consuming pension product, are they satisfied? What should the pension operators do to actually satisfy them? These are the solutions we want to provide through that roundtable. We have already talked to head heads that will come, and all of us will brainstorm and come up with solutions so that the insurers and the pension providers will actually improve on their service delivery. These are just the two updates that I have to share with you today. Let's just go into the discussion on what we have today. We said our topic is why your employer will not educate you on retirement. Indeed, from research, as a journalist, I've seen that most organizations, they only prepare their workers when they are just like 6 months to retirement. They begin to tell them what they should do, what they should not do, this and that. But I find that up because somebody that is just 6 years or 6 months to retirement or 3 months to retirement, you are preparing that person. What will that information do? You are only telling the person how the person is going to live. But if the person has not actually planned while the person was working, what will the person use in that retirement that you are telling the person how he's going to live his or her life? And that is one gap that we have seen, and then we just want to bring it to the fore through this podcast. As I said earlier, our focus today is why your employer will not educate you on retirement. I don't know where you are working. How many times has your organization actually organized retirement seminar and say you should go and attend? If your organization is doing it, kudos to your organization, but I know that many organizations, they don't do it. The only thing they do is just exit training for workers that are about to retire, and that is not proper. As people are working, it is maybe an obligation that people should be prepared, so that at least after they have given their best to that organization, they will still have time to enjoy their own time in retirement. Let's just highlight on why organizations don't even see it as maybe an obligation for them to educate you on retirement. Number one, most organizations, they just see that your retirement life is just a private thing to you. They pay you your salary. It's up to you to plan your life how you use it, how you want it. If you want to use all the salary that you earn, you want to spend it in a day, that is your own personal business. And they just see it. Most employers see it that your retirement life is just a private thing to you, and it's up to you to plan it. That is why most of them may not even tell you anything about retirement until when you are about to leave their organization. That is one of the reasons they see retirement as a private thing that you should use your knowledge to actually manage or plan for. Another thing is that most employers, they see that if they expose you to what you should know on retirement, you will actually put more demand on them. Even lately, PENCON came with a directive, like a circular, trying to encourage employers that they should add to, what apart from what they are providing to their employees, that they should add something like gratuity. They should top up what they are giving. Most employers were not happy with it. That is just it, because they know that once they expose you to your rights, and maybe they call expert to tell you, this, because like as we always say here, that you have the power to negotiate your contribution. Once you know that, the employer will know that, you begin to put pressure on them. That is why they may not even tell you anything about retirement while you are working with them. Another thing is that they know that when they maybe when they give you the necessary tips, you may begin to cause problem for them, similar to what we have said earlier. And because of that, they'll just be silent on that and allow you to just walk through until when you are about to leave. They will not begin to tell you the money you have saved, even if you have not saved anything, how you are going to live with it. Another thing is that most employers are not even, they don't even have plans for retirement plans for their employees. Look at, even let's take schools now. All these private schools that you see around, how many of them actually have a structured retirement plans? Apart from them, even like, sorry to say, like in the insurance industry, most insurance agents today, there are most organizations, if you count insurance companies that have retirement plan for their agents, they are not up to, let me say, around 5 of them out of almost 60 insurance companies. So just only 5. They just believe that you should do it on your own. They say agents are just they are contract staff. They don't have to plan for them, and they know that once they organize this type of thing for you, you will be exposed, and they will not do that. And not the last thing that we want to bring in here, why your employer may not tell you anything or may not educate you on retirement, is that your life belongs to you. It is not an obligation. It is not an obligation. They don't see it as an obligation. It is therefore something that you must plan for yourself. Don't just think that the organization will come and help you plan for your retirement. That will not happen. You just have to take the decision and plan your retirement, so that after giving your best to that organization, the rest of your life you will enjoy it in in good health and prosperity. I want to stop here, and by the grace of God, we'll still come your way in the future. In case you have any inquiry, you have questions, our numbers are open: 08054269557 and 07033253527, and our email address is eastpenonline@gmail.com. Please, today, start planning your retirement. Don't wait for your employer, because your employer may not have time to educate you on what you should do to plan your retirement. God bless you as we come your way again in the future. Remain blessed.